Sonny Jurgensen lived into his 92nd year and made an indelible impact on Washington fans for 60 years as a player, as a broadcaster, as a friend to many, and certainly as a friend to our very own Doc Walker joining us now. Doc, how are you, sir? I honestly, this might be a tough day, so I appreciate you making time for us.
Well, you guys have made it so much easier, and good hearing Larry and hearing everybody that has been on. His reputation, I mean, the dude is like a movie star, but real dude, and the way he handled pressure, like teams that win usually have an unusual talent at quarterback. And BMitch played the position. He understands it. It's not a level playing field. It's not an easy load. It's all, just listen to the Super Bowl coverage. We're just beating apart one position in particular volume, and this guy was so gifted throwing the ball. I saw him throw it behind his back 45 yards. I mean, and hear the guy run. So you hear these rumors, and you hear all this stuff, because Brig Owens from my hometown, Brig loved him, had tremendous insight. So when I got here, I had that leverage point, and then to actually get to work with him on game days and hear him talk about the game in a way that's amazing. And then, have to go to the company dinners and things like that we were, kind of forced to go to and forced to have a meal or so. He just lit up the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just feel yourself lucky, man. JP, you know what it's like, because we get to be around BMitch. So you kind of get an idea of what it's like when you're around an unusual talent. And it becomes normal to you, but it's abnormal to everybody else.
I know. I do know what you mean, honestly. And I'm looking. Sonny was on the call of these games. It looks like from 81 until 2018.
Wow.
I mean, that run. So Doc, what was it like when you first met Sonny coming to Washington? Or maybe you met him prior to that. I don't know.
Well, because of Brig, all entries or intros are as powerful as the person introducing you. So it's like being in a frat. Once you're a made man, you get introduced by somebody who's a made man. It takes away that fear or apprehension from the person. So we were always cool, and being able to, we love the cigars and the his storytelling, and guys from that era, great storyteller, and you believe everything he says because he had no reason to lie. Mm-hmm. It sounds like lies when you hear it from other people, but he actually did it. This dude, he was so amazing, and to me, humbled in that, because it wasn't all about me. He wasn't a me guy. He was a team guy who just happened to have an unbelievable skill to thread needles. And the dude he wasn't running. He wasn't doing the JD5. But I tell you what, he was putting that thing through a keyhole.
Yeah. Hey, Doc, I was sitting there talking about, listening to him and Sam do radio.
Oh my God!
Some of the best times I ever listened to, because two guys that were legends, but they will banter back and forth throughout the thing, but it was never any kind of stuff that had any malice.
No, and they were buddies, but it was offense and defense. So that was the rivalry. Offense, defense. And to be down on that sidelines, man, and hearing them guys get into it, you can't be luckier, man, than I was to be able to hear this. Be at meals with these guys, and you're like a freshman or you're a pledge around these guys because they lap you, in age. But you just happy they allow you in the room. And if you get to come in, to shut the what up and listen. So you become the sponge.
Mm-hmm.
And I was privy to some things that I'll never tell unless it's $1 million more involved in it. But
JP got it.
Right. Well, I know he does. If he doesn't have it, he will have it because he's on I can't turn my damn TV around without seeing all ears. JP Monson, my God. But No, JP, I had to take that shot at you because he set me up for that. And if I don't do it, I'm going to have to deal with him later.
I don't know how to ask this without you and BMitch calling me out for it. So I'm just going to ask it, okay?
Go ahead.
Sometimes my job requires hard questions.
Yeah, right.
I'm not doing a bit here, Doc.
Okay.
Do you remember watching Sonny play? And just like the type of player.
Only person to answer that question is Doc.
And seriously, because my father-in-law tells me about watching Sonny play, and those skins.
Now you saying Doc older than your father-in-law?
No, my father-in-law's older than Doc, but
it's messed
they're
up, man.
Contemporaries, I would say.
Yeah, no. I'm not ashamed to say that. Even him throwing some passes in Philly, again because of the link with Brig, and then talk to Roy Jefferson, the late Charlie Taylor. If you want to really get insight on Sonny, get one of his receivers on. I mean, again, anybody that can still tell you that to be on the receiving end of those tight spirals, that's the key. What he could do with that ball placement, and but I think him being so competitive was also another trait. You've been in the huddle with people, Brian, that you're going to win the game. Mm-hmm. If this guy's healthy, we're going to win.
Yeah.
And not everybody gives you that feeling, but when you get one of those guys in your whole career, you may not ever get one, but when you do, and I feel that way because Theismann had that same thing about him. We don't care what you think. You don't matter.
Yeah.
But when he decides we're going to go get this, we're going to get it. And that's the thing about, that period. And Brian probably had it later, but it's the same kind of thing. It's hard to describe without falling apart. But I can tell you, I seldom ever feel it nowadays. And I'm happy guys make money. Don't get me wrong. But there's something about the poverty going through that collective strain to where we had to win to make more money. And to me, I thought it's the way it always should be. Super Bowl should be maybe $5 million a player. The goal should be at the end of the rainbow. Mm-hmm. And then we wouldn't have to worry about these powder puff practices and all these damn walkthroughs because the players wouldn't stand for it. Because they would really want to win to make the cash. Like we did. You hear Theismann say $70,000. Dude, do you know how many times we sat around talking about room additions and new driveways? Because it made sense to go out and be better at something to get more than the other guy. Now that's over.
Talking with the great Rick Doc Walker here on the Rude Guest Hotline. Rude makes the most reliable heating and air conditioning products in the DMV. About the passing of the great Sonny Jurgensen. Doc, what is so remarkable, and it's a lot like you, honestly, where there are a ton of Washington fans that remember you playing, but then there are fans that didn't get to see you play but still understand
they still love you, dog.
Your impact to the organization. What is it like to kind of be in that role where you eventually turn into like this ambassador of the burgundy and gold, and how did Sonny handle that role?
Like a king. I mean, it was like pure royalty. And don't forget to have the master showman, George Michael, also being available for it, and the powerhouse shows that were produced. I mean, Redskin Sidelines to me is still something that was special. And but this area now, when we explain, I hear Brian doing it because he has a different vantage point on it. Is that people don't realize how crazy it used to be around here. They really don't. You think you don't have a clue about the way these fans operated.
Yeah.
The way this area embraced us. When I say us, people that were from outside. And I hope these kids get a chance to get some of that.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, they got the cash. I ain't mad. But you haven't been embraced by this group of lunatics that we were. These people, Brown, you come in from the West Coast trip, man. You get to the airport at 6 a.m., 5 a.m.,
Packed.
and them streets are packed with people out there waiting on you, caravanning all the way in from the airport. Come on, man. I mean, this is the thing where, and that's my pain now, is that we're splintered.
Yeah.
We don't have it all. We're not a force of one. It's just fragmented. So hopefully now this thing with 9, you'll hear from a lot of people that you don't hear from anymore. And maybe this will be a pivot point where everybody can kind of say, okay, you know what? Let's do this for Sonny. Let's tear the roof off a stadium. Let's be the loudest ever again for old number 9.
I think, Doc, like the thing about it, back when you would say the fans and the team were connected, it wasn't just a talk about thing. It was an actual thing. And you think about with Sonny, and we hear people calling in saying how they go to a spot, he was there. The kid said that his mom took him to a thing as a little kid. They wouldn't let him in because he didn't have on a tuxedo. Sonny said, well, if you don't let him in, I'm out. Today, there's a lot of people that go out in the public if they're going to get paid for it. But just that a connect is not like it used to be. And I think that's why Sonny and people like yourself, people that didn't even know you, didn't ever see you play, they know who you are because you're out and about.
Well, Larry Brown, I give Larry a lot of credit for it, and definitely love him. And now because you and Tana and the great job you get to do, but you're there. And you're with the fans. You're fan level. You're not somewhere up in a luxury box. You're on the ground. See, and when you're on the ground and you get that stadium and ears knows it, you're there 3 hours, 4 hours before. You're with the ground crew.
Yeah.
Those are my people. Those are the people that I miss most, are the people boots on the ground. And they hardly ever get recognition. But Sonny knew it because all the players come so early. And the fact that Sonny could have been the biggest you-know-what in the world, and he was nowhere near that.
Yes.
He was approachable. You might have been shaking out of your boots doing a show with him, but he embraced you because if he didn't want you there, brother, you wouldn't have been there. And so, power's like that. I love to see people that don't exercise power, don't need to throw their power around. They don't have to flaunt it. Only the weak ones do that. This dude was a warrior, and he played quarterback.
Yeah.
And that in itself tells you a whole lot about the people that we've had here. And hopefully this will end up being a positive point that we'll pivot from this and not be negative, but we'll come back together, get more of the fan base back on one page.
That's why, I've said this a lot. We're talking with Rick Doc Walker, who knew Sonny very well, worked with Sonny for years. Today, for me, is a celebration of Sonny. This is not a sad day. If you got a cigar, light one up.
SJ9. Not a cigar. It's an SJ9.
Well, I imagine you got a couple squirreled away somewhere, Doc.
Well, no, but it used to be to give to him the beauty. And Larry was great. It's to give him on his birthday, honoring him. How do you give a guy that's got everything? SJ9.
I like that.
Yeah. SJ9.
I'm going to indulge myself here, so forgive me.
Okay.
I know you worked with George. I mean, you did broadcast work all over the city. What was it like being around George Michael and Sonny Jurgensen in a broadcasting capacity?
You better buckle your seatbelt. It's like I feel like when you cut your teeth with the Four Horsemen. I mean, Vance did a lot over there. Arch, let's like you living it now, and so you get it. But when you're behind those gates over there on Nebraska Avenue, and you are privy to that type of talent that works with you, that is available to you, and it's the crew. I mean, like Stumpo, Chops, all the guys. That crew becomes your extended family because you spend so much time at live locations, in taxi cabs, airplanes. That's your family, extended family. And so the Broadcast Factory, which for years produced high school games, DCIAA, off equipment donated from NBC4, and Harry Davis putting it together. Those are the things that nobody sees, nobody talks about. But all those guys were open to that. Nobody high-sided you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was. I mean, Vance was a reporter in Philly. So me, I'm asking him, hey man, when you reported, what'd you do? And he would say, like blocking stories. That's how I learned how to do it. He said, by the time you get in that cab to come back here, you should know where you're going. And so when you're on the road, when you're in the field, you're leading the piece. You're producing, directing. You're doing everything. I didn't go in the locker room thinking, well, I wonder what I'm going to ask BMitch. I went in asking BMitch what I knew I needed for my story.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it would work.
Game planning.
Yep. Okay, there you go.
That's basically what it is.
It's not happening off the M. Yo, Brian, no. I know what Brian did. I want to put it in the package. I've already foreseen how this thing ends. Now, if I can get him to give me what I need, and he always did. See, JP, well, you did too. I don't know, he played so long ago. Did you get to cover him?
No.
You did? Okay. Oh,
Did
Cover Brian?
Oh.
No.
Oh. Dude, you missed it.
Hey,
I'm telling you.
What Jacob know he's old when the stories start being like, man, when you cover BMitch.